CBSE, Science, Class 9, Chapter 1, Matter in Our Surroundings.
Let us learn the chemistry chapters through questions and answers, which most of the students prefer. Note that PG here is for page, PR for paragraph in your textbook, and questions are in yellow color while answers are in white color.
What is called matter? Give some examples. Everything in this universe is made up of material which scientists have named matter. The air we breathe, the food we eat, stones, clouds, stars, plants and animals, even a small drop of water or a particle of sand, everything is matter. State the typical characters of matter. We can see as we look around that all the matters occupy space and have mass. In other words, they have both mass and volume. Note here, the SI unit of mass is kilogram, and the SI unit of volume is cubic meter. The common unit of measuring volume is liter, such that 1 liter equals 1000 milliliters, 1 milliliter equals 1 cubic centimeter. How early Indian philosophers classified matter? Since early times, human beings have been trying to understand their surroundings. Early Indian philosophers classified matter in the form of 5 basic elements, the Panch Tattva: air, earth, fire, sky and water. How ancient Greek philosophers classified matter? According to the early Indian philosophers, everything, living or non-living, was made up of these 5 basic elements: air, earth, fire, sky and water. Ancient Greek philosophers had also arrived at a similar classification of matter. How modern-day scientists classified matter? Modern-day scientists have evolved 2 types of classification of matter based on their physical properties and chemical nature. State the physical nature of matter. Matter is made up of particles. Some group of scientists believed matter to be continuous like a block of wood, while some others thought that matter was made up of particles like sand. How can you prove that there is space in between the particles of matter? We can perform an activity to decide about the nature of matter. Is it continuous or particulate? We take a 100 milliliters beaker. Fill half the beaker with water and mark the level of water. Dissolve some salt, sugar with the help of a glass rod. Observe any change in water level. What has happened to the salt? Particles of salt occupy the spaces between particles of water. What happens to the spoon of salt or sugar dissolved in a glass of water? In order to answer these questions, we need to use the idea that matter is made up of particles. What was there in the spoon, salt or sugar, has now spread throughout water. This is illustrated in this figure below. How small are the particles of matter? To answer this question, we need to do an activity. Take 2 to 3 crystals of potassium permanganate, dissolve them in 100 milliliters of water. Take out approximately 10 milliliters of this solution and put 90 milliliters of clear water. Take out 10 milliliters of this solution and put another 90 milliliters of clear water. Keep diluting the solution like this 5 to 8 times. Is the water still colored? Yes, it is. This experiment shows that just a few crystals of potassium permanganate can color a large volume of water, about 1000 liter. So we conclude that there must be millions of tiny particles in just one crystal of potassium permanganate, which keep on dividing themselves into smaller and smaller particles. Can we do this activity to know how small the particles of matter are, using some other thing but not potassium permanganate? The same activity can be done using 2 milliliters of Dettol instead of potassium permanganate. The smell can be detected even on repeated dilution. End of this part. Dear students, share your doubts and questions to this email, given below. The question answers of this chapter 1, Matter in Our Surroundings, will be continued.